In the quiet little town of Willowbrook, the streets curled like ribbons of cobblestone, and puffs of chimney smoke drifted lazily into the golden afternoon sky. At the far end of Rosepetal Lane stood a tiny shop with windows that glowed like warm honey. Inside, the air was filled with the gentle tick-tock of dozens of clockstall ones, small ones, cuckoos that peeked out on the hour, and silver pocket watches that gleamed under the lamplight. Behind the counter stood Mr. Tobias, the old clockmaker, with spectacles slipping down his nose and the faint scent of cedarwood following him wherever he went. Yet beyond the clinking tools and ticking clocks, there was something else, a secret. Just behind his workshop, through a small archway hidden beneath a curtain of ivy, lay a garden unlike any other. Flowers swayed as though dancing to music only they could hear. Sunlight spilled through the leaves in golden sheets, making the grass shimmer. A gentle stream murmured softly to the stones it passed, and the air carried a hum like the heartbeat of the world. One breezy afternoon, a little girl named Elsie pushed open the creaky shop door. Her bright red scarf fluttered behind her like a kite's tail, and her boots tapped gently on the wooden floor. She set a small silver music box on the counter, its surface etched with stars and moons that caught the light. "Good day, sir," she said, her voice soft but hopeful. "I heard you can fix anything that's broken. My music box, it won't sing anymore." Mr. Tobias leaned closer, turning the box carefully in his hands. "Ah," he murmured, "this is no ordinary music box. It needs more than gears and springs. It needs a heartbeat." Elsie tilted her head. "A heartbeat." With a smile, Mr. Tobias beckoned her toward the back door. The ivy parted as they stepped into the sunlight, and Elsie's eyes widened. Before her stretched a living wonder rows of tulips that seemed to sway in time with one another. Trees whose branches rustled like whispered songs, and petals glowing faintly, as though each held a spark of starlight. But half the garden was different. The colors there had faded to gray. The flowers drooped, their heads heavy, and the air was still, without hum or song. Even the stream's voice quieted to a sad trickle. "The heartflower is losing its rhythm," Mr. Tobias said quietly. "Without it, the garden's music will fade away completely." Elsie stepped closer. "Can we help it?" He nodded. "The heartflower wakes only for someone who truly listens to the world." He placed the music box gently back into her hands. "That someone might be you." They followed the faint traces of the garden's hum, winding through mossy paths that felt soft underfoot, and across stepping stones that chimed with each step. Overhead, flowering vines arched like cathedral ceilings, their blossoms nodding as if in greeting. Finally, they came upon it, the heartflower, tall and silver-petaled. It stood in silence, its light dim, its stem bowed. Elsie knelt beside it. "If you can hear me," she whispered, "I'll share my favorite song." She wound the music box, but only a dry click answered. So she closed her eyes and began humming a gentle lullaby her mother once sang when the world outside seemed too big and loud. The garden listened. The stream stilled. A breeze carried her song to the flower, and a single note rang from the music box. Then another. Slowly, the heartflower began to glow, pale at first, then brighter, until silver turned to gold and gold to a warm, living light. The garden came alive. Color rushed back into the flowers like paint spreading over a canvas. The stream laughed again, birds trilled in the treetops, and the air filled with music not just from the garden, but from Elsie's own music box, now playing in perfect harmony. Mr. Tobias smiled, his eyes twinkling. "You've given it its heartbeat back, Elsie, and it has given your song a home." As they walked back through the ivy arch, Elsie noticed her red scarf dancing behind her, not from the wind, but from the steady rhythm that still lingered in the air. That night, as she wound her music box beside her bed, she could still hear its soft, steady hum of the garden's song, singing her gently to sleep.